Present, ma'am.
Okay. So, good morning to all. Today, our topic is related to the enumerations, autoboxing, and annotations. And we'll also cover another thing, generics, within this class. So, these are the leftover topics of our unit 4, unit 3. So, just we'll cover these topics today. Okay. So, first, we will start with the enumerations. So the enumeration is nothing but whenever you want to specify the value for a constant, or whenever you want to give a name for the constant, then we will be use the enumerations. Okay, like say for example, I want to mention the some of our data as a weekdays. So I know that the weekdays are from Sunday to Saturday. So I can be assumed that that is we cannot directly store the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday like that in the our language. And if it is stored, okay, that will be considered as a strings. Okay, so what we will do is we will make a Sunday as a 0 and Monday as a 1, Tuesday as the 2. So like that we will be assume the numbers and the similarly. So whenever we'll get the value, say if it is say if the our program is giving a value as a 0, then we'll be consider that as a Sunday. And if it, the our program is giving a value as a 1, then we'll be consider it as a Monday. So whenever we are doing like that, so as a programmer, we know that that is our assumption. But actually, say if our program is reviewed by the any other member who doesn't know the what we are assuming and what we are expecting, okay, then they are not able to know that 0 is a Sunday and 1 as a Monday. They can be assumed that 0 as a Monday, 1 as a Tuesday, and 2 as the Wednesday. And but we are assuming that 0 as a Sunday. So in that cases, what we will do is we will create a enumerations. So where these enumerations are for to give the name for the constants. So or we can also call it as named constants. So named constants is nothing but the constants will be specified with a particular name. So each and every constant, any numeric constant, we can be declared with the name. Okay, so these cannot be considered as a strings. Okay, wherever you are using this named constant, that will be considered as a number only. Okay, these cannot be considered as a strings. So, and these enumerations we can create only for non-fractional integer type of values, either long or int or byte or short. So, we cannot create for any fractional values. Okay. So, and these enumerations are created for a set of constants. Like say, for example, for the weekdays, we can create as a one enumeration. We can specify that Sunday equals to 0, Monday equals to 1, and Tuesday equals to 2. So, we'll give a name and the value for that particular constant. That is for that particular enumeration. Okay. So, we'll be create like say, for example, I want to specify the Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday as my named constants. I can give it as a Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and like this. So, whenever we are directly specifying a named constants without giving a required value, so then it will be considered as by default, it will be considered as first one as a 0, and second one as the 1, and third one as the 2, and fourth one as the 3. So similarly, Wednesday, Thursday, and like this. So we can be specify. So these words will be defined, these words will be assigned with the values as 4, 5, 6. Say for example, if I want to give my own values is nothing but, say for example, I want to give the enumeration as for the grades. So grade A. So I want to define the value for the grade A as the 80%. So 80 I can give the value, and grade B as the value of 70, and grade C as the 60. Okay. So if my own values is to be given, then I can given it as grades with the values of my required values. Otherwise, we can give it as our by default values. Okay, these are the default values, and these are the specified values. Okay, so either we can specify the value or we can give it with the existing values. Okay. So these are not new to the Java. These are already available within our C language also. So we'll be create these enumerations with the help of the keyword as enum, and then we can give the name of our enum data type. That is, this is the data type for type of a enum. So apple is our data type, and here the constants, named constants are the one is a Jonathan, golden label and red label and wine SP and Cortland. These are the some of our apple varieties. Okay. So here we are not giving any value, so that these will be considered as a by default 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly, if I want to create a my own enum, I can create it as enum. Okay, say I can create, say for example, sorry. Say I want to create for the weekdays. So I can specify it as the days. Within the curly brackets, I can give the my days names. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I can close with the curly braces. Okay, this is our defined enum. Okay. So like this, we can create the enumeration data type. So once all of you note down the description for definition for the enum and note down the example for the enum. So definition as enum is a data type, that is user defined data type, which is created to store the named constants. Enum is a user defined data type okay, user defined data type used to create the named constants used to create the named constants. Okay. So note down this example, enum days. Within the curly brackets, you can specify your required days. Okay. Now I will see the methods available within the enum data types. Okay. So all enumerations are having a two predefined methods. So one method is called as a values method, which is used to get all the values of the enum. And another one is value of, which is used to get the value of one particular enum constant. Okay. So these two are the by default methods of the enum. So these are the methods: declarations, public static enum type, values method, which gives the array of our enum values. And next method gives us the, if you are giving a string, So it gives a value of that particular enum constant. Okay. Okay, simple example program is like this. So first is declaration of the enum. Okay, this is a part of a declaration of the enum. Then we'll start with our class. Then we need to create a variable for the our enum type, that is apple. AP is the variable for the enum type. Okay, say if you want to retrieve a one particular enum constant value, we can use like this. So AP equals to apple dot red del. So which stores with the AP equals to the value of this red del constant. Okay, so that will be stored in the AP variable. So similarly, if you want to see the value of that particular AP, you can see with the just by printing a AP variable. So which displays that. Can anybody guess which value it displays it? Is it red del or 2?
2 months.
2. Okay, why? Because those names are not the strings. Those are the only the constant, another constant substitutions. So that whenever you specify the your variable, okay, then it shows the your actual internal value of that particular constant. Okay, it doesn't show the constant name, it shows the so internal value of the constant. Okay, so similarly, if we are storing a golden label as a value for AP, and if we are displaying a value, it shows that value. And say if you want to show the word for the your stored value, you can use with the comparisons. Say for example, if AP equals to apple golden del, then you can show the message as AP contains golden del. Similarly, you can use a switch case. So these named constants can be used as a case options, that is a case choices. Okay, you can specify your case choices as your enum names. And whenever your AP value, that is variable value, matches with any one of these case constants, then it shows that particular output message. Okay. So like this also we can use. So this makes our program clear so that we can easily understand that. So here the AP is nothing but a apple type, and golden del, red del, these are all the different variations of the apple. Say for example, if the same program, if I am writing like this, AP equals to 0, say for example, sorry, 2. Apple del is the 2. Say for example, for golden del, if I am showing it as a AP equals to 1. Okay. Say if I'm writing a program like this without giving these enum values, if I'm using a AP equals to 2, AP equals to 1, and in the case options also, if I'm giving a 0, 1, 2, and 3, 4. So then whoever are writing a program, they can understand that 0 is nothing but Jonathan, 1 is nothing but golden del, 2 is nothing but red del, 3 is nothing but wine sap. So whenever there is a only values, then other people cannot able to understand easily the what actually the meaning of a 0 and 1 and 2 and others. So whenever you are giving a enum names, which gives us the program clear and easy to understand by anybody, by knowing that the words are the apple varieties, so they can easily understand it. So especially for that purpose, we will use the enums. And one of the enum which we are using already is a Boolean data type. So within the Java, we already have Boolean data type. This is actually the enum data type. Okay. So whenever if I'm creating a Boolean B, and I can store the value as a true or false as the words. But actually internally true is nothing but 1, false is nothing but 0. Okay. But actually, whenever we are storing any value into the B, we can store it as a true and false directly. We need not to store the 0 and 1. Okay. So this is the one of the Boolean data type which is provided by the Java by default. Okay. Similarly, we'll do a one small example program for this. Here, this is the example for how can we use the methods, values and value of. Okay, this is a values method. Whenever you are using a enum name and values method, it gives all the values within our enum data type. Okay, so the output may be like this. So here are the apple constants. It gives us Jonathan, golden Dell, and red Dell, and these all are the constants of our enum. And similarly, if you are required the any particular one constant value, you can use like this bind SAP as a string for the value of method. So which gives the value of that particular constant. Okay. And also it shows that whether it contains the that particular value or not. Okay. So like this also we can use. Okay, this is with the methods, and without the methods is the above example. This example is without the methods, and this example is with methods. Okay. So these Java enumerations are also can be called as a class types. Okay. So that is whenever we are required to use the or as a class type, these enumerations we can use like this. So first one is say for example, I want to define my own values for my enumeration val constants. Then I can use like this. So here the Jonathan is the 10, Golden Dell is the 9, and Red Dell is the 12, Wine's AP is the 15, and Cortland is the 8. So here we are creating these all constants with our required values. And similarly, I have another variable which is not related to the enum constants. Just like I have created a one of the variable as the price. And we can also specify the constructors within the enums. So we can write a enum name and our required parameters, and we can assign to our required variables. Okay. And similarly, we can also write the methods for our enums, like get price method. So where we can get the price of the price variable. Okay. So similarly, whenever you are using your enum, so we can be use it as apple AP, the variable of it. Then you can you get the price of your required variable. That is, say for example, bind SAP. For this constant, I want to get the price. Okay. So it gets the price of this particular constant. Okay. Bind SAP is assigned with the value 15. Okay. That will be given to your output. So similarly, you can also have all the apples values, all the apples prices with the help of a values method. So apple dot values method. So here we can display the all the values of your enum constants. Okay. So this is the output for this. Okay. So Jonathan caused the 10 and Golden Dell consists of a value 9, 12, and 15 and 8. So like this, we can display the our values. Okay. Similarly, next we'll go for the auto boxing. Okay. Auto boxing is nothing but say for example, whenever you want to shift your values of value data type to the reference data type or reference data type to the value data type, then we can call it as the auto boxing and boxing and unboxing. Auto boxing and auto unboxing. So boxing is nothing but whenever you are converting your object to the value type, unboxing is value type to the object type. Okay, these two are called as a unboxing, auto boxing. Okay, here we will be converting a primitive type to the converted to the equivalent wrapper class, or we can call it as an object of that particular data type. Say for example, you are converting boxing is nothing but whenever you are converting a int type to the integer wrapper class. Then this is called as a unboxing. So unboxing is nothing but if you are converting an integer to a int data type, then this is the unboxing. So these type of conversions will be called as the boxing and unboxing. This is actually we are covered with this topic. Whenever we are discussed the wrapper classes, we actually covered this. So that is actually called as a topic of a auto boxing. Okay. So when we want to convert a, that is when we want to do the boxing. So how can we do the boxing of it? Say for example, I have a data type int with the value a is equals to 10. So this I want to convert to my integer type of a object. Okay. So then I can be convert into the integer dot parseInt of our a object. Okay. So or we can use it as value of a as the integer type. Okay. So you can create an object of an integer class, some I equals to. So this is also one of the another method we can use, new integer of your a variable. So which converts our a value into the our integer type of object. Okay, similarly, if you want to convert a int type, an object type to the int type. Okay, say for example, if I want to convert I to the int, okay, then I can use with the integer dot parseInt of dot parseInt of I. Okay. So like this, we can create a our boxing and unboxing of the values. So here is the example. Okay. The one example is with the integer object and the variable of an integer object and the value is 100. Another one is the int I variable equals to IOB. That is our integer object. Actually, this is also we have the this type of a facility is also there where we can convert into the automatically. That is our Java is providing a feature with the so converting each and every integer type object to the int by default. Okay. So this also we can do and whatever the step we have shown that is also we can use. That is we can create the integer object like that also we can convert. Okay. And this also we can use. Otherwise, we can use with the by default conversions. Okay. Okay, the methods available in this auto boxing and unboxing are, say for example, if I'm creating a method like m as the method, which takes the argument as the integer class object, and whenever I needed, that is just you can return the v as the return value. Okay. So whenever you return the v value from your method, okay, it has to be returned as an integer value because we have given the integer as a return type and we are sending a value is our integer object. Okay. So actually your returned value is the v is the integer class object and which is to be returned as a int value. So within the internally the Java converts your v object to the int. Okay. And then it sends that value to the your main method. Okay. So in the main method, we are calling the method m method with the value 100. So it automatically converts your value into the integer. Okay. So your integer object that is which gives us the int value. Okay. 100 will be converted as the integer and again the object is again reconverted into the our int value. So here there is a two process are going on. This int will be converted as the integer object first because whenever you are sending this 100 to the your v parameter, then it converts to the integer object. Whenever you are returning back the v value to the your this, okay, then it will be converted again into the int value. Okay, boxing and unboxing will be done here. So is it clear the boxing and unboxing concept? So just remember that whenever you are sending a int value to the your integer object, okay, that is a boxing, and unboxing is integer to the again int. That is object to again normal int variable. Okay. For these two, we will see the small example code. For this boxing and unboxing, we'll see the small example programs. And we will also see one example program for enumeration. Okay, all of you note down these two examples. Okay. Okay, all of you have written the description for the boxing and unboxing. Some of you respond.
We didn't wrote, ma'am.
Okay. So from now onwards, you just written the exam, whatever the topic I am discussing, just write down that notes. That is just description, running notes, not the complete, whatever I am showing in the PPT, not complete. You need not to note down. Just note down the some important points. Okay. Yeah. So I'm stopping here for a minute and I will be reschedule the meeting again. Okay. So and after the rescheduled, I will be covered with the annotations and these topics, annotations and generics. Okay. Okay, all of you rejoin again within a minute.